Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is patience. Now, during the month of June, we're going to be looking at this concept of the things that great teachers and great students have in common. Now, teachers and students, those words can be interchanged. It can be what great leaders and great team members have in common, what great employers and employees have in common. And patience is one of those things. You see, we have to have patience. We have to have patience first with ourselves. We have to understand that everything that we do takes a period of time, right? The whole idea of growth, of birth, there's a gestation period. Some people talk about this, the law of gestation. Everything has its time, right? The time it takes from a seed to go from a seed to a sapling is a set number of days. The amount of time that it takes a child to be born, a set number of days. The time that it takes for your idea or your knowledge to become mature and come to fruition, it takes a set number of days. Now, what are those number of days? I don't know, but we have to have patience to allow it to happen. Now, from my perspective as a teacher, over the past several decades that I've been teaching and the thousands of people that I've coached, one of the things that I found is that patience is lacking, both from the side of the teacher and from the side of the student. You see, the students often get frustrated in their inability to learn things as quickly as they think they should learn them. This creates a mental block. It creates stress. It prevents them actually from learning by trying to learn too quick. Now, it's the same thing on the side of the teacher. I've seen so many teachers get burnt out or burn their students out because they expect people to get things too fast. Right? One of my teachers had a great saying for me. She said, if you don't get it this time, you'll get it next time. If you don't get it today, you'll get it tomorrow. If you don't get it tomorrow, you'll get it next year. If you never get it, what's it really matter? And that was really kind of a cool thing to say because it's showing that you have to have patience, you have to experience the process, and the grand reality of it all is that at the end of your life, if you didn't learn this one thing, if you didn't accomplish this one specific goal, does that mean that everything was worthless? Absolutely not. So you have to give yourself patience, understand that it happens when it happens. Now, more times than not, we will develop a level of patience with ourselves, but we cannot extend that same level of patience to other people. All right? Remember, just because you know something, just because you get it, just because it happens quickly for you, doesn't mean the same thing for everyone else. You have to allow people to go through their process in order to gain the knowledge and the skills that they need. The same thing goes with the entire process or the result that you have in mind. Right? Goal setting is a great thing. I firmly believe in it. It's made a huge difference in my life. But one of the things I had to learn was that you have to allow things to happen. And sometimes when you set goals, they happen before you decided the goal was supposed to occur, right? You say, I want this in a year, and you get it in 6 months. Maybe you get it in 6 weeks. Or maybe it doesn't happen in a year. Maybe it takes longer. So I remember hearing someone say that there's no such thing as an unrealistic goal, just an unrealistic time frame, right? So if you're not achieving the things that you want in the time frame that you set, give yourself a little patience. Understand that it may take a little more time, a little more work in order to get to that point. Right? So be patient with yourself, be patient with others, be patient with the process. And I hope that you enjoyed this week's word and hope to see you next week.